Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers are in for Friday, October 17, 2025. Fans can expect Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, to meet Electra Forrester. Lenia Gracie Joan Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, confronts Leigh Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda. Plus, Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, struggles figuring out why he was targeted. Let's start off with Deke, who will be at Forrester Creations catching up with everyone. Deke has also slipped his portfolio so he can get picked as Hope Logan's, Annika Noel, new designer. However, when running around the halls, Deke happens to introduce himself to someone, Electra. Deke and Electra might hit it off and become great friends. However, what happens when Electra finds out that Deke is living with and dating her former stalker, Remy Price, Christian Weissman? Does Deke even know about Remy's sordid past? Over with Will, he will try to process and understand everything that's happened. While he knows Luna claims she's in love with Will, he might want to know the real reason why he was targeted. Only Luna can answer that question, so I wonder if he will confront her in prison and demand answers. Will should also take Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, referrals. She is right that Will is going to need some counseling to help him overcome this. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Friday, October 17 reveal that Finn will confront Leigh about her actions. Even though Leigh is deeply sorry, the damage has already been done. Leigh will try to explain to her son that she thought that if Luna was given a real chance, that she could make better choices. However, that girl is too far gone. Now Finn has to explain things to Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Metzins Wood. When Leigh let Steffi think Finn was dead, it took a long time for them to smooth out the dynamic. So I wonder what Steffi will do when she learns that Leigh was the one responsible this time. There is also the plan for the baby. Was Katie Logan, Heather Tom, being serious when she threatened to take custody of Luna's baby? Aren't they worried that the baby could come out just like Luna? Will Luna somehow complicate things? Friday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, October 17, is shaping up to be an emotional roller coaster. One that blends family fractures, unexpected alliances, and the heavy cost of choices made in moments of weakness. As Deke Sharp's world collides with Electra's shattered reality, a surprising bond begins to bloom. Meanwhile, Finn's patience with his mother Leigh reaches a breaking point, and young Will Spencer faces a personal struggle that could tug at the heartstrings of even the coldest Forrester. In recent weeks, the bold and the beautiful fans have watched Electra spiral under the crushing weight of her guilt, shame, and loneliness after Luna's baby scandal turned the Forrester world upside down. Once known as the glamorous, sharp-tongued designer with ambition to spare, Electra has found herself painted as the villain, the woman who drove Luna to the brink and fractured the Forrester family's delicate balance. But Friday's episode will mark a major turning point. When Deke Sharp crosses paths with Electra at Il Giardino, it's not business, it's pure fate. Deke, who has been trying to steer clear of drama after Sheila's latest antics, recognizes something in Electra that resonates with him. The haunted look of someone who's lost everything. Their conversation starts off awkwardly. Deke jokes about how he's seen better moods at funerals, but Electra's sharp wit cuts through his attempt to lighten the mood. She's raw, vulnerable, but refuses pity. When Deke admits that he knows what it's like to be judged by everyone, especially by those who have made mistakes themselves, something inside her softens. Deke recalls his own painful history, his criminal record, his complicated relationships, his constant struggle to rebuild trust in a world that refuses to forget his past. Electra listens, almost incredulous that someone like him could understand her torment. Everyone says move on, she tells him quietly, her eyes glistening. But how do you move on when everyone keeps dragging you back to the worst thing you ever did? It's a powerful moment, one that reminds Deke of his own journey toward redemption. He doesn't lecture her. Instead, he offers something she hasn't received in weeks: compassion without judgment. By the end of their encounter, Electra's demeanor changes. She smiles, A small, fragile smile, but a real one. Deke, ever the charmer, tells her that everyone deserves a second chance, even the so-called villains. Maybe the world's wrong about you, he says. Or maybe it's just too scared to admit that you remind them of their own mess-ups. Fans can expect to see this unlikely duo spend more time together in upcoming episodes. While this connection might start as friendship, sparks could fly down the line. Especially if Dake's empathy begins to stir feelings in Electra that she hasn't felt in a long time. Could Deke become the one person who helps Electra rebuild her life, and possibly her heart? Over at the hospital, the tension between Finn and his mother Ly reaches a fever pitch. Their strained relationship has been bubbling for weeks, and Friday's confrontation could finally crack the surface. Finn has been walking on eggshells ever since Luna's ordeal and the fallout from Steffi's growing distrust. But what's been eating at him most isn't Steffi, it's Ly. Her cold, calculated manner toward Luna, and her refusal to acknowledge her own role in the family's chaos, has pushed Finn to his emotional limit. Ly, still fuming over the embarrassment Luna brought to their name, insists that Finn needs to distance himself from his cousin. But Finn's moral compass won't allow it. He believes in compassion, forgiveness, and healing, the very things Ly seems incapable of. When Ly criticizes Luna's recklessness and calls her a disgrace, Finn's temper flares. It's a rare sight. Dr. Finnegan, calm and rational, losing control. "You talk about saving lives, Mom," he snaps. "But you're destroying one right now, Luna's. You think being a doctor makes you better than everyone, but it doesn't give you the right to play God." Lee's eyes narrow, the proud surgeon refusing to back down. She throws his words back at him, accusing him of letting emotion cloud his judgment. "You've always been too soft, John," she says coldly. "That softness will destroy you, and your marriage." The jab lands deep. Finn's entire body stiffens. He knows his marriage to Steffi has been on shaky ground since Sheila's return and Luna's troubles. But hearing Ly weaponize his compassion cuts deeper than he's willing to admit. In a rare show of defiance, Finn tells Ly that she's not the only doctor in the family capable of saving lives. Sometimes saving someone isn't about surgery or medicine, he says. It's about not giving up on them, even when everyone else has. As Ly storms out, visibly shaken but too proud to show it, Finn is left standing alone, torn between his loyalty to his mother and his growing sense of moral clarity. This confrontation is more than a family argument, it's a defining moment for Finn. It marks his evolution from the obedient son to the man who's finally ready to draw boundaries. Viewers can expect this to ripple into next week's storylines, potentially affecting his dynamic with Steffi, who's been pressuring him to side with her in Luna's ongoing legal drama. While the adults in Los Angeles battle their pride and past mistakes, one young man quietly faces his own emotional storm. Will Spencer, the often overlooked son of Katie Logan and Bill Spencer, is struggling under the weight of expectations and the chaos around him. In Friday's episode, we'll see Will grappling with feelings of isolation. Despite being surrounded by family wealth and privilege, he feels invisible, overshadowed by the endless drama that defines his parents' lives. Bill has been preoccupied with his growing tensions with Finn and his protective instincts toward Luna, while Katie has been juggling work and emotional turmoil. Will's been left adrift, and it's starting to show. Touching scene unfolds when Will visits the Forrester mansion to drop off some paperwork for Donna. He bumps into RJ, who immediately notices something's off. The normally upbeat Will is quiet, his eyes distant. When RJ presses him, Will admits he feels like he doesn't belong anywhere, not at Spencer Publications, not with his dad's world of ruthless deals, and not with his mom's circle of high expectations. RJ gives him advice that surprises both of them. "You don't have to be Bill Spencer Jr., he says. "You just have to be Will." It's simple, but powerful, a reminder that even in the shadow of powerful parents, there's room for individuality. Later in the episode, Bill tries to connect with his son, but the conversation doesn't go as he plans. When Bill praises Will's intelligence and tells him he's a born Spencer, Will quietly replies, "I don't want to be a Spencer if it means being alone all the time." Bill's face falls. It's a rare emotional blow for the tough mogul, who suddenly realizes how much he's neglected his youngest child in pursuit of his business wars and complicated romances. Expect this storyline to evolve into something deeper, perhaps a family reckoning that forces Bill to prioritize fatherhood over power. Katie, meanwhile, might find herself reevaluating her own choices, realizing that Will's emotional health has been collateral damage in her constant attempts to stay strong. Although Steffi doesn't appear in every scene, her presence looms large. Finn's growing independence and emotional rebellion against Like could have major implications for their marriage. Steffi, who has been clinging to control after months of fear and betrayal, may not take kindly to Finn forging his own path. Next week's preview hints that she'll question whether Finn's empathy for Luna and his refusal to cut ties with her family is a form of emotional betrayal. Fans can already sense another round of sin turbulence brewing, one that could open the door for new alliances and possibly old flames. While Deke's bond with Electra seems pure for now, the bold and the beautiful rarely allows any relationship to stay uncomplicated for long. There's speculation that Deke's decision to befriend Electra may not be entirely selfless. Rumors in the soap world suggest that Deacon might see Electra as a way to gain leverage, perhaps against Ridge, or even to protect Sheila, who's been lurking dangerously close to the Forrester orbit again. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our BOLD and BUTIFUEL UPDATE YouTube channel for more update news.